In the raw. In the raw. RK's Gyno Free Media. Your friend, your brother, Haji. Dr. Ocean Can. In the raw. I have with me the March 31st, last day of the month, Guyana Times newspaper. I'm very proud of this headline. Canu intercepts vessel with US $2.6 million worth of cocaine at Virgin Ocean. When I see things like this, the battle being put up by the magnificent trio, the intelligence section of the GDF, the intelligence-driven section of the Guyana Police Force through its CID, its crime chief, and others. And then when I see the superstar, James Singh, when I see this superstar, James Singh, I mean, making these discoveries, doing battle, risking lives of our citizens to combat those of the drug lords. While I'm worried for our people, for the staff of Canu, which is GRA, for the staff of the GDF, and also the police, all of whom work usually together in teamwork. So, applaud to you, James Singh, brother, youth, power, brilliant, intellectual, and a great fighter. It was very painful to me when the last government took power, that is the APNU, that they removed you from that appointment. And, well, we've seen that you're back, and from since then to now, you have actually created history with the teamwork of the police and the GDF intelligence network. It is most honorable, this intelligence system that you all have set in place that brings these information to you. It is most admirable. But then, I like to suggest, before I go to the reading, this is my take, that a system of compensation, and good compensation, depending on the amount of the catch or the fine of the drugs and the money, be paid out to the informers. Whether it is kept in secret and the money being paid to the persons who have given the information, a system could be created by which that money could be left for those persons to uplift them because they would not want their identity known. Sometimes, if it is lucrative enough, the employees of the same drug lords, drug shippers, drug people, drug boats could and would expose, but you have to make it profitable. And a system has to be created for them. And when they, if and when they make that money, they can't show it out too much. So let me go to the reading of this article, and let me applaud Canu's director, brother, youth, James Singh. A joint operation between the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit and the Guyana Defense Forces Coast Guard has led to the interception of a vessel containing 536 kilograms, equal to 1,181 pounds of cocaine at Virgin Ocean, West Coast Demerara. Well, it is said that this was really set to go foreign, but some definitely would have come into Guyana, and then from that, the crack is made using, according to my understanding, using baking powder. So, triple, if you put, let us say, 10 ounce, you will end up getting about 30 ounce with enough and proper amounts of baking powder, but which is very destructive to the human health, the brains, and the systems. Canu stated that on the day in question, the two entities conducted a joint operation at Virginogen where they intercepted a go-fast boat. At the time, there were two occupants on board. A search of the vessel led to the discovery of a large quantity of narcotics. I wonder if they had waited for this boat to reach the area and see who else would have come to the boat. So, with a large quantity of narcotics, along with a quantity of fuel and other items, the narcotics were tested for cocaine and weighed. Canu stated that the street value in Guyana for the haul is estimated US $2.6 million. That's a lot of cocaine, ladies and gentlemen. However, had the cocaine been transshipped to its intended destination, it would have had an estimated street value of 20 million pounds, which is like almost 35 or 38 million US dollars. The two occupants found on board remain in custody and are assisting with the investigation. Just over 1 week ago, Canu Director James Singh stated that the Drug Enforcement Unit seized a startling 1.1 tons of marijuana and over 75 kilograms of cocaine from various operations across the country. He noted that the majority of the marijuana is from the Andean region of South America and includes Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. We have over 75 kilos of cocaine and close to 1.1 tons of marijuana. Now they have a tendency of burning these things up, throwing the cocaine in the sea, which I think is going to affect the fish, give them a big high. And then I don't know when they burn these marijuana in the area they burn it, if those who smoke marijuana and those Rasta guys will go and hide in the area to have a very big high, smelling and smoking, technically coming free from the air. And that came from the Andean region known as creepy, Singh informed. This marijuana is one called creepy. In contrast, Canu had seized approximately 1,363.28 kilos of narcotics throughout 2023. And cannabis sativa, or ganja, accounted for 94% of the total from 18 operations conducted. 75.17 kilos of cocaine were seized. Meanwhile, Singh also responded to recent concerns that the increase in seizures is an indication that drugs were coming into Guyana, as he reminded that Guyana was a transshipment point. We don't manufacture, we do grow some marijuana, or some of our people in certain areas, right? But Guyana is mostly a transshipment point. We don't manufacture cocaine. Consequently, he encouraged people to share information which could lead to the dismantling of such operations. So once we know people or we suspect them, they need to share this, and there are lots of numbers around. Unfortunately, they did not put the numbers here. Like I said also, if they want these kinds of information, they need to create a system by which people can get a nice, lucrative informer's cash. A lot of the narcotics coming in is going to other regions, both marijuana and cocaine, and sometimes we rely not only on the press, but the public to share information. All too often, we arrest persons and those representing them are saying, don't say anything, that is the lawyers. Instead of the lawyers trying to work out a deal for the persons to have a lesser sentence or no sentence, and to get to the big lords, the money-hungish, and the money-hungry lawyers, many of whom I have no respect for. They are there only to see how they can squeeze the poor and take advantage of people to enrich and fatten themselves and fill their bellies. Don't say anything. Remain silent. You can expect me to do my job when you're also supposed to be helping us. So that's what I tell them. But these lawyers need to learn to help us, to work with the law and order system. But then they tell your client or other members, don't say anything. It's their right, James Singh is saying. But at the same time, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So the lawyers then are part of the problem, because they are telling people don't speak, which is they want more and more money. So we encourage, as you guys just know, we encourage person to call in and share information as opposed to saying don't call. People will come after you. You have a right as a citizen to give information if it can help you live a safer life, a safer community, and I will add, a better and a greater country. After all, we are looking at one safe Guyana. The director underscored. Unfortunately, the numbers to call into them if you suspect people are involved in smuggling narcotics, marijuana, cocaine, or selling, you could call into those numbers and have them dealt with according to law. So the lawyers who are always hungry for money, you must know this is our country, and you need to encourage your people to expose the criminals. I know most lawyers, most only care about money, so they can get fatter on more and more money. Your friend, your brother, me, Haji, Dr. Roshan Kaninda, say thank you. Farewell.